I think right now we have 5 tiers, and we can always add or subtract as we go along. The tiers are fluid. We're going to start with the top tier. We're going to call it World Series.
You led the Dodgers to the World Series.
So World Series, right? The teams that are really like going into the season thinking World Series. Mm-hmm. Right below that, fittingly, just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
All right, third tier, middle tier right now is player worth watching.
Watch him now on the screen.
So I think about this like I think we did this in our NBA tiers, or we did something similar to
we
that.
Did like League Pass.
Yeah, like team's not great, but you're like, all right, I do want to see player X. So I think there'll be a bunch of teams that fit this.
Is this guy pitching? Is this guy at the plate?
Yes.
I gotta pop in there. Yeah, so like a League Pass type of idea. Yeah.
Yes, so it could really be anybody. The next one down is below media core.
Below media core.
Or mediocre, but for our parlance, it is media core. Below media core.
Who was that individual? I'm trying to remember. But yes, that's what a classic drop.
It is an all-timer. And then the bottom, tank.
Who are these guys?
Just bottom tier tank. It sadly happens in baseball. There are a lot of teams that tank. So I think that should cover us.
I think we're good
with those 5 tiers. So
let's see. Like you said, we can add some track, but I think that's a good baseline for sure. 5 tiers. Billy, why don't you get us started? Who's our first team?
All right, we'll start in the AL East, the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay, I would say the Baltimore Orioles are
just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Oh, you don't like them that much?
Well,
so they can't go below player worth watching because of Gunnar Henderson. He's one of the best players in baseball. But Adley Rutschman's good.
Yeah,
Mullins, Holiday. They got I don't know. I mean, they're odds right now, and I don't want to base this strictly off the odds. So this will be the last time I say it. But they're in between the Yankees and the Red Sox. So
yeah.
I think they're projected as like a playoff team. So aren't they more likely to be just about outside?
Their win total's 87.5. So based on that, yeah, probably just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
We'll set them there. We'll adjust.
Okay.
Boston Red Sox.
Okay, so I would put the Red Sox just a bit outside.
Not World Series.
Just a bit outside.
World Series.
I already have a feeling we are going to have a very different view on World Series.
You like one team up there?
Well, let's see.
Oh, no.
Let's see.
Everybody's just a bit outside? Like a bad strike zone?
Let's find out.
You know what? I won't kill you on just a bit outside. I think I'm very high on them. You're high on them too, but like let's not get too slappy.
Let's put them there.
Let's
put them in just a bit outside.
I think that's fair.
That's the right spot, I think.
Okay, well.
Okay.
New York Yankees.
I think they're also just a bit
already
outside.
A crowded tier.
Below media core.
Whoa! How about this? I got one. Player worth watching.
So that's honestly where I would put them. Aaron Judge and what?
Arson Judge.
What exactly?
Now that Garrett Cole's out.
What exactly on the Yankees is still worth watching?
No arms and one leg.
Yeah, I mean,
Max Fried.
Is Max Fried a player worth watching?
I'm tuning into every Max Fried starts.
Oh,
I just picked up my MLB extra innings package.
If you are, then we got him just a bit outside.
No, player worth watching, Aaron Judge.
Watch him now on the screen.
That's it. I'm with you. Okay, good.
Good. All right. I like it.
We're in lockstep.
Nice. Now I think we have the Orioles too high, but keep going. Yeah.
Sorry, Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay,
below
so that
media core.
I think
that's them.
The right spot for them.
Yeah, they're not really in the tank category, but they're not going to be really a factor in any of this.
Right, like they'll be at the end of the year you'll be like, I don't know that I really want to play them. They're 500. There's no one on the team that's any good.
No. Is there a
guy worth watching
update?
No. Well,
you guys are a monster.
There might be, but they're not good if there are.
He's out the game.
Yeah, so I don't even think they have a player worth watching below media core. Good spot for Tampa.
All right, very good.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Right. Toronto Blue Jays, I would say player worth watching with Vlad Guerrero.
Thank you.
Watch him now on the screen.
The difference between Tampa and Toronto is Toronto has Vladdy Guerrero, who we should all be watching based on his Red Sox future potentially.
He could be the starting first baseman next year.
Player worth watching, the Toronto Blue Jays. I like it.
This is a good-looking graphic already.
Nice.
Cooking it up right now. Looks pretty nice.
To the Central, the Chicago White Sox.
Oh, that's a tank. That's a tank.
These guys.
The worst team in Major League history last year, weren't they?
Yes.
Did they break the record for losses? Or maybe in a 162-game season or something?
I think losses in a row they beat.
They were
modern
close.
day.
If they weren't the worst, they were right there. Like worse than like the Detroit Tigers with Mike Maroth. Yeah.
1890.
Oh, there were some bad Spiders teams. That is true.
Yeah, don't sleep on the bad Spiders teams.
Most losses in a season were the 1899 Spiders, the Cleveland Spiders. They had 134 losses.
Oof.
The next worst team ever, the Chicago White Sox from last year.
So
they went 41-121.
So since 1900, they are the worst baseball team in history. Their over-under win total, not that we should bank it all on this, but their over-under win total is 53.5.
Gross.
That's a tanking team.
That
right
is
there.
so bad.
Suffers better buying opportunity.
Ooh, great question, Nick.
I mean,
I'm going to say buying opportunity.
get in there.
You're going to bank on them?
You're going to take the under on White Sox? So I want to say.
I would say buying opportunity.
Was it PFT last year going into the season? PFT commenter from the Pardon My Take was saying he wanted to bet run line against the A's every game. Because I think going into last year.
Oh, they were projected to be really bad.
We thought the A's were going to be what the White Sox ended up being. And I think he was like, can you turn a profit on it? And I think it got to the point. The tough thing with the run line is they might pile up a bunch of losses, but if they lose by a run, then you end up losing your bet. So I don't think it was necessarily profitable.
No, I'm taking the over. Buying
All right,
opportunity.
good.
What else?
Cleveland Guardians.
That feels like below media core. Well,
Jose Ramirez,
is he worth watching?
40-40 guy.
Great point,
Put
Keefe.
him up there. He was going for it all last season.
Player worth watching.
Watch him now on the screen.
Good for you, sir.
That's a guy worth watching.
Hell yeah.
Rest of the team below media core, but he's
Media
worth watching.
core, yeah.
Detroit Tigers.
Is Scooble worth watching?
Wow, good one. He did win the Cy Young last year.
Watch him now on the screen.
Is he, though? You're going to watch him now on the screen? I guess you could.
How many teams we got in that tier right now? It feels like a heavy tier.
Well, it's a good league.
Okay, that's a good point.
So, not yet. No, I think Tarek Skubal.
He's worth watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get him
The
in there.
Tigers team almost made. Did they make the CS last year, or did they?
What do you mean? Were you making a case for just a bit outside?
No, well, I mean, they had to go on an insane run.
They did go on an
last
insane
year,
run.
Let's not worry
You
too
big
much
Riley
about
Green guy? Is that what you're saying?
but- Spencer Torkelson. Love
Dude,
Spencer
Torkelson.
Let's not worry too much about how crowded these tiers are. Let's put them on a player worth watching, and then let's see where we go.
No, Detroit, last year they finished 86 and 77. They were a game out of the division.
Although I'm going to tell you.
Oh, no, wait. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong year.
Those pop-ups. They really
I'm
get
looking at 2001. Jones' favorite year. No, they were, actually, they were 86 wins. I picked a random year, which they had the same number of wins.
Nice.
Bizarre.
Next team.
Kansas City Royals.
I mean, maybe this is the
Player
only,
to watch?
Maybe,
Just a bit outside.
Oh, you like them that much?
They were really good last year.
Okay.
so they have more than just a player worth watching. Reagan's is pretty good. I mean, Reagan's a Cy Young candidate.
Reagan's is good. Bobby Witt's maybe the best player in baseball.
Salvi's still there.
You want to bump him up one? Put him with the Red Sox tier?
Is there any room left in player to watch?
Player watch
we might have to.
is pretty thick.
Okay.
All right, we'll go just a bit outside.
Yeah,
for
let's
now.
do it.
All right.
Minnesota Twins.
So that's below media core at best.
Below media core.
You think they're just a bit outside? They're not a player worth watching.
They'll make the playoffs and lose in the first round again.
Okay, so they're kind of
No, let's put them with the Rays.
yeah.
I like them.
They're very Tampa-ish.
Yeah.
Okay,
To the west, the Houston Astros.
just a bit outside.
Yeah, probably. I think we got to give them that.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah.
They did lose everybody and put Altuve in left where he can't field.
But they still have Yordan Alvarez, right?
They do.
Okay.
That's one player.
Okay, but we have Baltimore and the Red Sox just a bit outside. Is Houston that much worse than those teams?
No, and I think that they should make the playoffs, shouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. This division, as we're about to hear, is not great.
No.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Angels.
Okay, so are they a tank?
Ooh.
Are they that bad?
Are they? Yeah.
Or are they below media core?
What about Trout?
What about Trout?
Like, is he so good you have to put him in the middle?
No.
They're
Are they
terrible.
player worth
No.
watching? But he's hurt all the time.
Trout
now,
is not
too.
worth. Trout's not even worth watching anymore.
Yeah, that's sad.
No.
It's a sad day, bad day
At
for my
best,
Trout.
at best, they're below media.
I
core.
was put him below media core.
Okay.
Below media core.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Same.
Tank? Yeah. They're trash. They're going to play in like a minor league stadium, aren't they?
Brent Rooker. That's true. That's.
Who these guys?
They're tank.
I mean, you don't know Brent Rooker. That's on you.
Mason
No,
Miller.
that is
Yeah.
on me. They always have like a random guy that has a great war. And you're like,
Yeah.
wow, Billy Bean found another one
Okay.
as they lose 100 games.
Tank.
Tank.
All right.
Seattle Mariners.
Below media core.
Are they below
So-
media core or are they just a bit outside? I think I have too many players to be a player worth watching.
Or players worth watching.
Julio Rodriguez, worth watching.
Logan Gilbert.
Yeah, right. Their rotation's good enough where I think you can't put them there.
Randy
Okay.
Rosarena's there now.
Yeah, I would go either just a bit outside or player worth watching. Well, you could put him in player worth watching, can you?
Yeah. J-Rod?
J-Rod.
Let's do it.
Watch him now on the screen.
They're not just a bit outside,
No,
so
no.
that's probably the right spot.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Texas Rangers.
I think they're just a bit outside. I don't want to overstate them, They won the World Series 2 years ago.
Yep,
I like Seager. I think they're just a bit outside.
Yeah, that's fine. Those guys,
Just a bit outside.
those guys were so much better when they signed Simeon and Seager a couple years ago. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, those contracts!
That's a
And they're
lot
like,
of money.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Not bad.
All right, to the NL East, the Atlanta Braves.
Is this our first World Series team?
I think because it's so bare up there.
We have no World Series teams in the American
I know,
League.
but there's
Where's
like,
the whole American League?
but there's one real World Series team.
There's one, yeah.
There's one.
We could put them on a different tier.
Their
above
own tier.
World Series. Just Dodger land.
Just give them the trophy.
just hand it to them.
Yeah. We could
Braves top tier for now.
Okay.
World Series tier.
You led the Dodgers to the World Series.
Yeah, they deserve to be up there.
2 National League teams in the World Series tier. Okay.
It's never been done before.
I haven't.
Could
I
happen.
haven't seen it.
All right.
Miami Marlins.
Okay, they're tanking.
Who are these guys?
That's a tanking team.
It's a mess.
Yeah, they're for sure a
Sad
tanking
state of
team.
affairs.
New York Mets.
All right, just a bit outside.
They should be just a
I
bit
think
outside.
they're just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
They have more than just Soto. He's the player on the team worth watching, but they have more. They're just a bit
Lindor's
outside.
great.
Yep.
They got Alonso back. They
Yep.
got some pitchers. So yeah,
Philadelphia Phillies.
that's a World Series team.
Okay,
I
good.
think.
Yeah, let's crowd that. Let's crowd that tier a little
I'd
bit
put
more.
them up there.
Okay, I was going to say just a bit outside. Let's put them up there.
You led the Dodgers to the World Series.
Sure.
Because no one can complain if we have 3 National League World Series teams.
No.
2 might be a complaint.
World Series.
Yeah, 3. Let's get 3 up there.
Make it happen.
Good.
Washington Nationals.
I would lean tanking, but I could be talked into below
Below
media core.
media core.
Yeah, I could be talked into that.
You want to do below media core for
Yeah.
them? That's fine. Yeah.
All right, to the Central, the Chicago Cubs.
All right. Well, they're minimum player worth watching because of my guy Kyle Tucker.
Okay.
They got Kyle Tucker.
He's worth watching?
You damn right he is. Wait till the Dong draft, which is on Thursday. Wait till you see how fast Kyle Tucker comes off the board. Your head's gonna spin.
It's all dependent on where Keefe is picking. Okay.
I say they're a player worth watching.
They're not just a bit outside.
Do you think they're that good?
No.
Okay.
I in fact,
But I don't think they're below media core either.
I think if I was going to vote, I would vote below media core. You want to get Billy on
Billy
on this one?
tiebreaker?
Voting.
No, I'm
Billy
saying, I'm sorry, if it were up to me, rather.
No. Cubs tiebreaker.
Yeah.
What were my options?
Player
Below
worth
media
watching
core or
because
player
of
worth
Kyle
watching?
Below
Tucker.
media core.
Son of a bitch.
Below media core.
You guys are sleeping on Kyle Tucker.
I will be
fast asleep.
I will be in the Dong draft too. Good job, Bill.
Cincinnati Reds.
Okay, that's a player worth watching. Ellie
Well,
De La
yeah,
Cruz.
so is Kyle Tucker. But
Watch him now on the screen.
It's fine. I'll give you that.
Swiping bags,
Yeah.
hitting home runs, making errors.
6'10". Like, why is he playing that position?
Ellie De La Cruz, player worth watching.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
Milwaukee Brewers.
I would also say below media core.
Yeah.
Like, if the Cubs are down there, I'll be fair and put Milwaukee down
Okay.
there. Am I
Yeah.
missing a player worth watching?
No, I don't think
Christian
so.
Yelich, he's still there.
No, dude, Kirsten,
He might be washed though.
Ryan Braun, Robin Yount.
Prince Fielder.
Paul Molitor.
Exactly. Okay. It's a loaded team.
CC Sabathia for 6 months.
I would say
Below media core.
below media core.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Watch him now on the screen.
Skeens. Paul Skeens.
Oh yeah, sorry. Skeens.
No
they,
doubt.
they have to be player worth watching. Yeah, they have
Skeens.
to be. Sorry.
That's the most must-watch starting pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, maybe the most must-watch player. Yeah, well, he has to be there.
I mean, if Otani's pitching,
Ohtani.
I don't know. I mean, Otani's still that guy for me, but yeah, Pittsburgh, Skeens.
Okay.
St. Louis Cardinals.
What's even left there?
Below media
Yeah,
core.
I think they're below media core. They're not tank. They're never bad enough to tank. I don't think. What's
Who do
there?
they even have?
Chaim Bloom.
yeah. All right, below media
Actually,
core.
I changed my vote.
Who are these guys?
Soon to be Masataka Yoshida.
Yeah, I guess.
I think they're below media
That's
core,
fine.
but I could be talked into tanking. All right, one division to go.
All right, to the West, the Arizona Diamondbacks.
So is Corbin Carroll a player to watch, or did you put him just
Just a
outside?
bit outside.
I would put them just
Snakes?
a bit outside,
All right.
but Corbin Carroll is a player worth
All
watching.
right, so but
yes.
let's put him in just about outside. I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
Colorado Rockies.
That's
Who
a
are
tank.
these guys?
That's absolutely a tank.
Man, yeah, they stink.
Probably a buying opportunity to bet them
Yeah.
for the worst record in baseball instead of the White Sox.
I
That's probably a
was
buying
thinking-
opportunity.
I was trying to find a Rocky to draft in the Dong draft, and it's pretty barren.
Over under win total 58.5. That's
Is
a
it
bad team.
really?
Yeah, that's a bad team. Tank.
They have like $5 seats out in left field. They call it the Rock Pile. You can go out there. And
Not worth it.
No,
Bad investment.
keep your money.
That's a sucker's bet. Okay.
LA Dodgers.
Okay,
Yeah,
World
this-
Series.
This is
You
it.
led the Dodgers to the World Series.
Sure did.
It's the only true World Series team, but they're we'll put
That's
them up
true.
there.
San Diego Padres.
Are they
mean-
just a bit outside, or is Tatis the player worth watching?
They got Tatis. They do have Dylan Cease. So He's not at the level of like a Paul Skeens. He's a really good starting pitcher.
They do still have Bogarts.
They have Jackson Merrill, who's
Yeah.
like a young guy who made an All-Star team
Manny
last year.
Machado's still good as much.
They
as
do have Manny
around here.
Machado. They have they got Luis Ariz, the guy who every year it wins the batting title that nobody wants.
Yeah, it's 370 every year. People don't
They
care.
have him.
All right, let's put him just a bit outside.
I think they could be good. Yeah.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, and then
The San Francisco Giants.
Below media core.
Below media core.
Yeah. I guess
they've swung and missed big time in free agency over the last several years. Do they even have a player worth watching?
I don't think so.
45-year-old Justin Verlander's there.
Logan Webb? Yeah, it's not going to get it done.
Below media core.
All right, below media core. All right, so here you go. We have 5 tiers for the baseball start of the 2025 season. Top tier, the World Series tier. Braves, Phillies, Dodgers. So
gonna be
something's got to give.
3 teams, and they're all in the National League. That'll be an interesting World
It's a
Series.
dogfight.
Yeah.